Heyo, art students! Today I'm going to be taking you on a driving tour of art that we can find in urban communities. Come on and check it out! This right here is a public sculpture by the artist Alexander Calder, who looks like this. This sculpture is huge! It's meant to stand out. It's 53 feet and it weighs over 50 tons. And I'm only like 36 pounds, so that's a lot of me! This sculpture is called a stabile, as opposed to a mobile because it sits on the ground. Did you know that this piece is called a flamingo? I don't know about you, but it's definitely a unique take on what flamingos look like. Our next sculpture is by this famous guy, Picasso. But he didn't look like this. He actually looked like this. This sculpture is said to be inspired by a lady called Sylvette, who looks like this. Now you may be thinking, this doesn't look like a person, it looks like a whole bunch of shapes. Well, that's exactly what Picasso is known for. He was known for a style called Cubism, and it was abstract. In Cubism, everything was broken down into different shapes and lines. Did you know that when this sculpture was first unveiled, not a lot of people liked it? They thought it was too modern. Well, a lot of people like it today because sometimes you can slide down the front of it. Our next sculpture is by the Indian-born British artist Anish Kapoor, and it's called the Cloud Gate, but locals call it the Bean. This is Anish Kapoor, and when he made the Cloud Gate, he was inspired by liquid mercury, which is the only metal that can turn into a liquid under certain conditions. How cool is that? What people really love about this sculpture is that it reflects the skyline around it. The surface itself is made of stainless steel, and on the inside, there's a huge cage that helps hold all the pieces together. I don't know about you, but this sculpture's making me hungry. Let's jet off to our last art piece. Whenever I'm driving around the city, I can always spot murals on walls of buildings, stores, and even restaurants. Usually when we think of painting on a super small canvas, but in this case, the wall becomes the art. In most bustling cities, you can usually find an art museum. An art museum holds art from old artists and new artists. In front of the Art Institute of Chicago, you usually see these two green lions, and sometimes they dress up for different things like holidays or even sports teams. Inside the museum, you have to make sure you talk quietly. Museums can hold every type of art, from painting, collage, photography, sculpture, and it shows famous artists from all around the world, even here in Chicago. Now that you've learned all about art in urban communities, take that piece of paper with your circles and draw your own urban landscape. Once you've drawn your urban landscape, don't forget to check out suburban and rural communities. Catch you during our next Artmobile adventure.